letting this damn mic up. So we're just gonna say fuck it, and we're just gonna lean it up like this. You guys look good tonight. Give yourself a round of applause. You guys look good tonight. Especially my man in the shirt and tie, straight ahead. I need you guys to turn around and see my half black, half white brethren in the shirt and tie. And the thing is about that is, it's too late for that just to be his work outfit. It looks more so like I just went to court for child support. I won, so I went to happy hour, and then I came to the comedy club afterwards. That's what that outfit was. I'm proud of you. I'm proud. You don't have to be on Maury or anything like that. And I would say something about the black guy to my left. But any black guy who just has a hat just sitting on his head, like just sitting on his hair, he just said, fuck it to life. He just said, you know what, fuck it, I'm getting ready. I'm going to sit it like, I don't give a fuck, fuck you, bitch. That's how he felt this morning. And I'm glad that we had, you know what, fuck this mic stand. I'm glad that we were able to start with those laughs, because I'm actually kind of depressed tonight, because I just found out that I was being cheated on. I know, right? Some sad shit. But I wasn't being cheated on by a girlfriend or anything like that. I found out I was being cheated on by my white friends. And for those who don't understand what I'm saying, white people here, not your white friend, but the other white people here don't cheat on your black friend. And by cheat on your black friend, I mean find another black friend behind his back. Because that's fucked up. And my white friends didn't let me know that they had found a new Negro to be in their life. And I just went out to a party and I saw him there. And as soon as I got there, I was like, Robert, Steve, come here, let's talk. Who the fuck is that? No. Am I not enough for you? I sounded like a bitter girlfriend. Am I not enough for you, Robert? Has he taught you more dances? Because I just taught you bitches to wobble, okay? Wait. Is he blacker than me? Not aesthetically, because I'm black as shit, but culturally, is he blacker than I? I said, you know what? Fuck it. Go get him. We gonna find out who's blackest. That shit turned into the most racist game of Family Feud I've ever seen before in my life. And what was really fucked up was that Robert was prepared. Robert said, well, I'm glad you asked. We surveyed 100 white people. And we asked them, if you were building a gift basket for Black History Month, what is the #1 item you put in it? I know this one. I got this one. I'm going with white women. All my friends were behind me like this. Good answer. Robert goes, show me white women! And so after I won, obviously, there's nothing a black man loves more, I pissed off this new Negro because I looked at him and I said, gotcha, bitch. He didn't appreciate that. And I say that because being cheated on is a big fear of mine. Another fear of mine, and I think a fear of all of ours, is to catch your mother, or your dad for that matter, having sex. I think that's one of our biggest fears. And the issue is with me, because no matter what, no matter if you're a child or an adult, it's never cool to see your mother's ass in the air. And my mother only lives an hour and a half from here. And I have keys to the house, so I can show up anytime I want to. And so there was one day that I went home, and I walked in the door, and all I heard was, I was like, oh, something's getting hammered in here tonight. And so I'm walking through the hallway, so I want to figure out if she's putting up a picture or a painting or something. And so I walk back to her room, and I open the door. Now listen, I don't care how old any of you guys are. if you catch your mother's ass in the air, you automatically go back to being a child. I walked in there like, this dude was straight pounding the shit out of my mama. And what's fucked up is when I walked in there, he jumped off my mom, looked at me and goes, "Gotcha, bitch." He was the motherfucker from the party. He won because he fucked my mother. Which makes me think, does anybody else watch porn in here? Or is it just me? That was a girl that girls are always so sexy when they watch porn. No, I watch porn, but I just want to give you guys a tip. Before you watch porn, because a lot of you motherfuckers watch porn, you just didn't scream right now because you're with somebody. But here's a tip. Before you watch porn, take all the mirrors in your house down. Because the last thing you want to see after jacking off to some anime porn is yourself. And it was kind of awkward just now because I couldn't say anime porn and not look at the Asian girl right there. See, he couldn't look at her either. He just dropped fast. Goddamn Sailor Moon. But that's the last thing that you want to see. And it even gets past that because... All right, it's not that funny. Shut the fuck up. But even past watching porn, the next concern is being addicted to porn. And that's where I'm at. I'm addicted to porn. And you realize you're addicted to porn when you're watching a scene and you go, damn, that's a good idea. And that's where I'm at. Like, I'll watch a scene and be like, I gotta try that. And the last time that happened to me, I was watching this one scene, and this guy worked for a pizza place. And he was a delivery guy. These guys are laughing right here. They obviously seen this scene before. But they didn't scream when I asked who watched porn. So somebody's a liar, white people. But for those who haven't seen it, he works for a pizza place, and he's a delivery guy. And before he delivers a pizza, he cuts a hole in the middle of the pizza, and he puts his dick right through it, just like this. He just puts his dick in the pizza. And when he goes to the front door of the lady, she goes, "Oh my God, is that my pizza?" And he goes, "Well, did you order the sausage?" And he opens his pizza. And I was watching it, I said, I gotta try that. So I put on an online application to Papa John's. And while I'm there at work, I'm making sure, I want to make sure that the pizza, the whole scene is right. I want to make sure that my dick pops out like a picture in a pop-up book. Y'all remember that? So I'm sitting there and I'm cutting a hole in, I put my dick in it just like this, like you did in the movie. And I open it to make sure it pops out. And listen guys, I'm not gay. But when I opened that pizza box and all I smelled was Papa John's pizza, even my dick looked rather you know what? No, we done with showing that. That's enough. I think we just went too far with this conversation here. But I like for people to know me because being my friend, that's the number one thing. In order to be like, hey, it's Tim McGraw. Cowboys walk so slow with a purpose. I'm about to go to the show now. I'm just kidding. We're still in the South. A lot of goddamn bridges around here. What was I saying? Oh yeah, get to know me. And so, in order to be a friend of mine, you have to know me. And I give my black friends a lot of grief, but they know me. My white friends, they don't get me so much. And I know that they don't get me because they invite me to do shit that I have no business doing. Like camping. A brown person said that. When he invited you camping, you should slap the shit out of him. But the thing is, like, they invited me camping, and Anthony and I have mutual friends, and so they invited us both camping. And before we decided, we called each other up, And I was like, Anthony, are you going? He goes, well, I don't know. Are you going? Because I'll go if you go. Because we knew that statistically, our chances of survival were better if there were 2 black people. All the black people don't die in scary movies. Okay? Somebody has to live. Somebody has to be the LL Cool J of this camping trip. And so we get there, we go camping, and it's really cool. The first 45 minutes are really dope. We get there, and we set up a tent, and I've never done it before. I pitched a tent before, but I've never set up a tent before, and I learned how to do that, and then we looked, and we saw the horizons and the scene, and it was just beautiful. And so then we get back, and we have a head camper, you know. You always have to have a head camper on these trips, somebody who knows a little too much about the outdoors. Like, he can't have a regular job, because this is what he does. And our head camper's name was Nate, and I wish Nate was here tonight so I could talk about to his face. But he pulls us all in and he goes, hey guys, we need to start setting up for the fire tonight. And I was like, well Nate, I want to be involved. This is my first camping trip. What can I do? And he goes, Antoine, I want you to go get a kingling of wood. Hey Nate, I don't have my Rosetta Stone Outdoors edition. I don't know what a kingling is. He says, God damn it, Antoine, just go get some small branches. I said, oh shit, I can do that. So we all separate, and I go this way, and some of the other white boys go that way, and Anthony goes out in the woods. I mean, it's still okay. We still felt safe. And we're 10 minutes in, and all of a sudden we hear, ah! It was one of the girls on the trip. She comes running up the path to the campsite. Her back was straight, her knees were high. That's when you know you're scared as shit, when you have perfect form when you're running. She gets to the campsite and she's like, and we're like, Rachel, what's wrong? And she goes, there's a snake. There's a fucking snake down there. And so all the guys, minus Anthony, he's still in the woods, but I feel like he's safe. All the guys were like, okay, yeah, there's a snake. Let's go look for this snake. Because we were expecting like a green snake or like a small black snake or something. So all the guys, we go down there, and we get there, and it's just, true story, there's this 4-foot long rattlesnake. 4 foot. In my hand, camp trip's over. Here you go. It's 50 yards from the campsite, trip's over. And so the guys are like, oh my God, it's a fucking snake. Meanwhile, Anthony's still in the woods, and he goes, damn right it is. That's not what we're talking about. And so, like I said, I'm ready to pack shit up and we're ready to go home. And one of the white boys, obviously, they was like, yo, we should kill the snake. I was like, you know what, that's some more man shit. I done made a tent, I done did some other shit. I'm ready to be a man today. So I'm looking for a big ass boulder to drop on the snake. And one of the white guys goes, once again, true story, he goes, hey, bring me my gun! Motherfucker, you're what? I said, no, fuck that. What do you want me to bring you? He said, I need my gun. I said, wait a minute, James. I got an email before this camping trip on what we needed to bring. My list said sleeping bags, tents, magazines, bug spray, condoms. That was on my list. Guns was nowhere on my list. What the fuck you doing one? We're doing one, and then one of the guys goes, well, chill out, Antoine, he's here to protect us. And I was like, well, you know what? I hope he misses, hits a rock, and shoots you in the face, because this is bullshit. I'll tell you that story to say, to you, my brown brethren, and any of you white people out here, if you invite one of your black friends camping... Fuck, wait, what? This one? That's cute, but you're not getting paid to talk. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. You're gorgeous. There you go. But yeah, if you invite your black friend, fuck you. That's not what we're about. Now, recently, I'm trying to get my life together. So I tried to sign up for ChristianMingle.com. I don't understand why you're all laughing at this. God wants me to pay and find somebody online. It's the Bible. So I'm like, oh, my edition. But the issue was, I wasn't able to sign up because the username that I wanted was already taken. I wanted the username, I knocked Mary up. But it was already taken. I was like, damn it, God. I said God because he's the one that knocked Mary. You know what? Fuck it. But no, I mean, dating is just crazy because it ultimately leads to another one of my big fears in life. And that's, you know what, let me tell you the process to get there. You know, you meet somebody and then you like them. And then once you like them, you start to date them. And then once you start to date them, you fall in love. And once you fall in love, she lets you try anal. And then after she lets you try anal, you text all your friends and say, oh my God, she let me put it in her butt, she's the one. And so once you find out she's the one, you guys get married and you have kids and you find out you have ugly kids. And that's my biggest fear in life because it's nobody's job to tell you that your kids are ugly. And I have friends that may or may not have ugly children, and I'm not going to say that they're going to be ugly forever. They just haven't grown into their heads yet. It's still a little lopsided, but I try not to treat them any differently, guys, I swear. I'll go over and I'll pick them up. I'll pick the kids up and I'll hold them up like this. And they'll be like, Antoine, you should hold them closer. And I'm like, well, you should wipe some of this ugly off because this is a new shirt and I don't want it to smear. But it's crazy, and at work, I work with kids, and so we talk about kids, and I actually work with two girls that are pregnant, and it got me to thinking, when did it become socially acceptable that just because a woman's pregnant, that a stranger can walk up to her and feel in her stomach? When did that become socially acceptable that somebody could decide to appreciate your pregnancy by feeling on your belly? And how come that doesn't apply to titties? Because they grow at the same time. Am I right? I feel like as a grown man, I should be able to walk up to a pregnant woman and decide on my own how I want to appreciate the fact that she's with child. I should be able to walk up to her and be like, oh, so I heard you were pregnant. How many months along are you? Oh, healthy. We got a healthy. Wait, are you having twins? I feel like I should have the right to do that. And I say that because I like titties. And I think everybody here likes titties. Everybody here likes bacon and titties. Right? That's what we like. And I'm partial to big titties. Anybody else like big titties? Wait a minute, do y'all like titties? Nobody likes big titties? Y'all like Dean's List titties, like A and B cup size? That's what y'all? Okay. I like those titties, D's and F's. I like summer school titties. That's how I refer to them. Fuck you guys. I didn't write that. That just happened. But no, I like big titties. I like titties so big that the girl can't bend over to tie her shoe because the titty just slaps her in the face. I mean, it's getting warm out here. I want the titty so big that before she leaves the house, she has to lift the motherfucker up and put deodorant under it because there's a lot of titty sweat when you walk across the drill bit. I mean, I want my titties so big that instead of just putting her cell phone in there like some girls do, that she can have, I don't like the girl in the blue dress over here, that she can put a cell phone, a cigarette lighter, cigarette pack, peppermints, tissues. When she take her bra off, it looks like Rite Aid in her goddamn store. Those are the titties I like. Small titty girls aren't laughing. I'm sorry. Get on Christian Mingle, talk to God. But I talk about the people having kids and stuff, but I commend them because I know that I'm not ready to have kids. I know, because kids are really inquisitive. They ask a lot of questions, and I'm not prepared to answer the questions that the kids might ask me. Like, I'm not ready to be at dinner, and my son looks up to me and goes, "Daddy, when are you gonna stop beating mommy?" I'm not gonna know what to say. My first response is gonna be, "Well, that's up to mommy now, isn't it?" I don't think that's good table conversation for the kids. And it's funny. That's why I'm happy that I work with kids and I don't have kids. Because kids say the funniest shit, and they say some shit that you should probably reprimand them for. They probably shouldn't say it, but in your heart you know it's true. And you kind of want to be like, I don't want to be a hypocrite. There was one day at school, and we were talking about foods we like. And one of the kids was like, "Oh, I want some Chinese food." And then one of his friends goes, "Well, I don't like Chinese food. In fact, I don't like Chinese people." And so I'm sitting there, and I'm like, first off, how can you not like Chinese people? They give us Chinese food, which is always ready in 10 minutes, no matter what we order. And if you would have told me Harry Potter was working in the kitchen, I'd believe you, because that's magic. No matter sesame chicken or, never mind, this is going too far. But I didn't want to correct them because I don't like all people either. Like, I don't like black people. And you guys are looking at me like, "Antoine, you're black," and I'm like, "Don't get distracted, just focus." There's a lot of pressure with being an African American. When you're out with your, you know what, let me ask you a question. You with the, all of this. You know they say eating pussy grows your facial hair out, right? You stay down there. Anyway, I mean, it's all good. Even though you're at a table with all dudes that are kind of like that. But anyway, do you have any black friends?
Yeah.
How many black friends do you have?
Maybe 2 or 3.
This motherfucker said 2 or 3. He goes, "I can name them if you want." I really just wanted you to have a couple have with you, but it's okay. You're probably a Republican. When you get the fuck out too.